Cara, mas o seu era pra ser vermelho. Ah, no começo eu não consegui nem bater no seu jogador direito. Não dava tempo. Eu não sei o que tá acontecendo. No seu autobloco tá bom. No outro bloco não tá mais funcionando, mano. Tá doido. Bola passa lá do meu jogador não consegue pegar.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. There will be a throw-in. Tries to pass it through. And this is Ronaldo. Oh, shooting chance! Marvellous goal!
Yes,
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Cruzeiro are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. That is very well defended. Now it's Eto'o. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cruyff.
That's good play from him.
Rummenigge. Decent chance! Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And here's the chance to counter. And it's Michel Platini. Nice interception, well timed. Platini spots it and intercepts. Rummenigge. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And it's Stojkovic. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Great vision. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Great chance! It's always been caught napping. Rummenigge is flagged offside. Maldini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Rummenigge. Rijkaard does well to get it back. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Cruyff. And it's Rodri. Now it's Eto'o. Aimed beyond the defence.
Cruzeiro really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Platini plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. That's destined for the flank. He's shifting through the gears here. Cruyff. Ronaldinho. Rummenigge is onto this. Now there's a fine ball. Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Looking to play him in. That pass has been well intercepted. Rodri. Passing is crisp and sharp. Ronaldinho. Looking for options for movement. Neymar. Pass somewhat off target. Half an hour played now. Rummenigge. Lewis. Chance! And a neat finish! Cruzeiro are back on level terms.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
We're looking at a different game now. And a chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Luis Suarez.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And he welcomes it in, and it's Luis Suarez. Shapes to shoot! That's put paid to the danger. Guardiola. Stojkovic. And it's Neymar. He's a sharp little ball here. Shot at goal! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Platini. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Ronaldinho. And it's Cruyff. It's a searching pass. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Eto'o.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Maldini gets across to intercept that. Ronaldinho, the specialist in tearing teams apart. That's a lovely, neat pass. Cannavaro calmly anticipates. And it's made its way to him. Neymar. Neymar is fouled. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Cruzeiro are down to 10 men. Maldini proves too strong. Rummenigge. And that is the end of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. The midway point of the game.
Well, I think keeping our neutral hats on, Peter, this is more than a decent game of football where we've seen plenty of creativity. Both sides really ought to be looking to up the urgency, though.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Terminou o primeiro tempo. Vamos torcer para que nosso time consiga a vitória no segundo. Substituição no time do Cruzeiro. Camisa 17. Vai ser substituído pelo jogador.
Vitória gets the second half started. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Cruzeiro, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in person.
It's Neymar! Neymar! What a
I kind of had a feeling it was going to be him, Peter. He's one of those players who has a natural knack of reading the tide of a game, and he knew it was his time to make his mark. Sensational.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Suarez receives it in a wide position. Guardiola can get it clear. This looks promising. Stam. Cristiano Ronaldo, who needs just a moment to score a goal. Rummenigge, currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, and they've got to be...
And the shot! And that's a good finish. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Cruzeiro dragged themselves back again.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
He is through here. Gattuso! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Now it's Platini. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul.
Substituição no time do Cruzeiro.
So we have movement on both benches. Not the most convincing of passes. Bouts of passing here, really easy on the eye. Cruzeiro perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Platini.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Maldini. Gattuso is someone so often referred to as the defender. It's Neymar!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
And here's Goulet. He won't be happy with that one. Oh, what? And the finish! Goal! Cruzeiro! And the comeback is complete. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
A nice sequence of passes, this.
Vitoria really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Arda Güler. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Platini. Shifted it to the flank. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Gattuso. And here's Son Heung-min. Arda Güler. Bale. And the counter is on. Güler. Son Heung-min. And it's Arda Güler. Stojkovic. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Knocks it into space. And he was alert to it. Pele. Now it's Platini. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. Tries to play it through. Neymar. Flashes it across. Khan claims it without any fuss.
Cruzeiro really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Very much into the last knockings. Neymar. Look at the space here. Voila! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Bale makes a move down the right. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Luis Suarez, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Cruzeiro may not have finished with 11, but they have shown terrific spirit, and they claim the win.
Well, that's what spirit and togetherness is all about, Peter. I thought they showed terrific desire and focus and fitness in refusing to settle for a draw. A time to hold heads high.
That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.